one of their top agents until 6 years later, became an independent agent, had to get all my own leads, independent salesman, actually, if you'd say that, independent consultant. And I would generate all my own activity or I would go broke. That was that simple. I don't know, after 30 years of being in sales, you get a little smarter when you get older, you get a little more gray, you get a little smarter as to why people interact with other people. And I always liked that. Sales wasn't really a job. It's just kind of like going out and having fun with people. And I looked at it that way. And USA Home Listings was just a byproduct of what I was doing.
Yeah.
But I love the other parts. I love the consulting part and helping movers particularly grow. But some of the things I've done over 20 some years with technology, actually the internet, I think I got on in 1993, almost the same year. I know that's when it first kind of came out.
Yeah.
I'd have to go back, but I think it was maybe late 92, but back when you dialed up and it took forever and there's nothing out there. So funny.
Yeah.
But anyway, I've always been fascinated with the internet and how it can make an interaction between two people. And if they can do that, that's what sales and hence you'll increase your income.
So Greg, you and I got connected, a couple months ago, something like that. I will tell people, Greg has the X factor when it comes to dealing with people. We're going to talk about a couple different things, but let's start with direct mail marketing, because that's, your company is based around that. What is direct mail marketing in the moving industry today?
Well, I mean, it's interesting. Sometimes I get an email back from someone and say, boy, that's old school. You're 20 years behind. I said, I've been doing it for 27. It seems to work pretty well. I bought the online leads when they first came out. I bought Yelp and wanted to strangle them on the phone after about a month of buying them.
Yeah.
And so I know what tire kickers are all about.
Mm-hmm.
And so it just makes sense to me that why not focus on people that own a home and that just listed it. And if you happen to get in front of them quickly with a mailer, by the way, a mailing piece is nothing but a conduit to getting people to go to your website, which is what they're going to do. It's guaranteed. I don't care if they're in their 90s now. I say, well, if they're older, they won't go there. Now they will. Everybody's got a computer. So the mailer is just a piece that comes in and says, check me out. And they're going to say, one moment, pal, I'm going to go to the website and I'm going to check you out, which is why, as you know, I've talked about it. I stress the website and how that's set up and how it's, you have to set up to convert. So you send out a piece of mail and you can do a postcard, you can do a letter. The mail letter will always be the best. There's no question about that. A personal letter. I mean, here in Atlanta, if it was over $1 million, I was always sending a letter with a real stamp and I had my wife actually handwriting because my handwriting is so bad. I mean, it's terrible. So, but they would open it and I'd get these calls and they'd say, hey, I got this wonderful letter from you, sir. Are you Mr. Sheppard? Yeah. Well, you're going to come out. And I said, I know what home I'm visiting because you got my letter. You are in a 1 million plus home. And in the Atlanta area, that you can get by a big house for that. Not so much California, but here that's a big home. And the big home means there's more stuff there. It means you'll make more commission. That's all it was.
Yeah.
So the mailing is our list service provides movers with a way to connect to these people that just listed or just went under contract. And so it does both. If it was listed yesterday, we know about today. If it went under contract yesterday, we know about today. You don't have to send a different mailer. Right. Some people are more ready to make a decision when it goes under contract. But we're seeing now homes are, I mean, they're listed on Monday and they're under contract on Friday.
Yeah.
Don't waste any time getting that new listing mailer out there because they go so quick now. And that's this particular year. Even with COVID, it's been insane.
Yeah.
Because the interest rates are low. So it was a better alternative because when someone calls you, if you're mailing to 4-bedroom and 5-bedroom homes all day, well, when people call you, you know what you got. You've got a nice home and people that are quality people and that have a realtor that can refer to you as well, which is the bonus.
That's a byproduct. Yeah.
In our system now, you can do mailing in 1 minute. You can put the variable data, which is their name, and there you could say, hi, Chris Jones. We love moving people from Denver, Colorado, whatever nerds. You can pull in some of their information from the list and it can automatically populate the area of your card. So it becomes now very personalized.
Yeah.
And then we have landing pages to go with it, which is a little deeper, but they can actually go to their own personal landing page. And maybe it can be for a mailer that you just want to have a survey done and give them a free Starbucks card for filling out a survey, but it'll have their name. So it's trackable. So now mailing is trackable.
Yeah. Yeah. And that's where it's, you had mentioned, oh, you're doing direct mail. Like that was 20 years ago. It's like, because I was actually reading an article the other day. and it was saying something along the lines of everything that was outdated 10 years ago is now coming back in full surge because there was so much of the online stuff between, 2000 or 2005 to 2015. It just saturated.
Yeah, I'm a big believer in social media, though. I'm not. In fact, we have a social media program,
right?
But you got to do both. It gets you in the door, and I think it's just so simple. When I analyze my business, and I can just say after 20 some years, I can look there and say, where does my money come from? Okay, I can chase around people like the online lead providers and fight with 7 other movers for the same lead. You better get to them within 3.4 seconds. They'll all tell you, because the other guy's got them on the line. He's not letting them go. Half of them are illegal. They're not even licensed movers most of the cases. But the only one that's going to win there is the one with the low price. And the low price guy never wins. In fact, he always loses. He'll usually be out of business. Yeah. So it made more sense to send something to them and then generate an interaction to something more professional. But the other side of it is, when you send a mailer, people just assume that you knew the real estate agent or something. And and especially when it gets there quick, I say, well, I just kind of, we kind of have our ways of knowing people, whatever. But it makes the assumption is you must have your act together. Right. I mean, they assume you have your act together. Oh, that's a good start to begin with. Yeah. And it always helps in the sale. Anything that can help a sale, hey. Yeah. Where they say to have authority, have empathy, but what it does, it builds authority to say, you have the ability to pull this off. You've been around a while. So helps a new mover immensely.
What could they expect for response rate? And then, kind of.
I can tell you, more importantly, I'll tell you ROI. That cuts it all right to the, cuts it to the chase. That's all that matters. If you spend $1, how much are you going to get back? I don't care if it's 1%. If you spend $1 and you get 40 back, whoa, I want to do that all day, every day. Yeah, step it up, right? If you spend $1 and get $1 back, you're in trouble because you just waste all your time to make no money. Generally speaking, the ROI on our system, if you ask any mover that does it correctly, but I'll say this, I'm going to do a caveat, that has their website dialed in correctly. And I love to coach on that because I can really tell people how to develop a tagline properly. So when someone goes to the website, they don't see Texas's best moving company. Really? No one can say that? Why not say where you're at and why they should choose you, like serving Metro Dallas and treating you like our own family with guaranteed pricing. I'll call that guy all day. Yeah. So I'm segueing here a little bit. Sure. But the ROI is all that matters. And we have movers, most of them are getting at least 20 to 40, even higher ROI. I have some that are getting literally about 80 to $1 spent, which is insane. Wow. So, but remember, I was what, 1.5 million a year. So whatever that comes to, 30,000 a week. And I'm telling you, I did not spend that much money. I really didn't. But I had a good presentation. We talk about this. When I walked into a home, I had that dialed in as well. So when people want to talk about return, the return also, the ROI goes along with, how's your website? You have a presentation when you walk in. Do you say the right things when you walk in? You sit down and take notes. You try to save money. We'll go into that in a minute. Yeah. And that's all part of it. So, and I was always pretty much, I won't say always, but I'll tell you, most of the time I'm the highest priced guy in town. Yeah. Not always the very highest, but boy, I was up there, but I gave a guaranteed price.